The students are not looking for very stereotype careers like being an engineer, doctor. So what do you have to say about the shift in the career, and what do you think are the other options for children in today's world?
I think it's such a wonderful time to be a student right now, and I sometimes look back in my times 20 years ago, and you literally had three options: science, BCom honors and arts. And I literally had no idea why I did what I did. I studied management, and I'm not apologetic. It really helps me in what I do. But I wish I had better understanding. And if I wanted to study economics and literature together, I had that option. Today, you can have liberal arts as your base, or you can choose media studies, or you can find your own vertical which you're interested in. I think it gives you so much more agility. It gives you so much more choice, which I think it's amazing, and I'm so envious of students right now who have these options.
Right. And what pushed you to move towards acting, and why were you so inclined towards taking acting as a profession?
Honestly, I don't have a right answer towards it. I was always drawn towards performing arts. I took up academics and was very serious about it. But at each point, at each juncture where I had to make a choice, I was always drawn towards performing arts. And I started with theatre and went to advertising, went into acting, and slowly I realized I can make a vocation out of it. It can pay me, and I realized if it's something I love doing, it can also pay me and bring me joy. Then there can't be a better profession. It's good.
Good. Last couple of just two more questions. You come for the show, you being a panel. So, what do you have to say about event like this, where where students get the exposure of not only, there are multiple other universities which are offering courses, which honestly even I was not aware is a training that you can get.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to say about a show like this, like an edutainment show that you?
It's wonderful. The first thing I remarked, I wish I had something like this in my life to guide me.
Yeah.
We had very little access. The internet had just sprung up. We didn't even know what are the options, and there weren't any. Today there are options, and there are programs and events like these, the Times Edutainment show, where you're meeting industry giants, leaders, people who are actually working and getting insights from them. And I'm all for it. And when Namit asked me to be on it, I said, why not? Because I miss this, and if I can give back today, it make me really happy.
The last question is, I wanted to understand if you have any kind of advice for students or aspiring people who want to take up a creative field, not specifically acting, but if creative field. I'm sure you are in much more segments than acting.
Yeah. I would say firstly, get an education, whatever it is, right? And education comes in handy in ways I can't even explain. Extremely important. Get an education, whatever you feel is your calling. And then I feel if you're in the creative field, and if you have the privilege of taking a year off and traveling the country, our country, and just learning cultures, people, that is the greatest education you can get. Read, it will stoke your imagination. Meet people, speak to people. I think if you're in your late teens or early 20s, don't worry too much about getting it right or getting a job. Worry about exposing yourself to many, many, many experiences. And I think it'll all come together, when you're ready to take the plunge into the work you do.
Thank you so much, Nakuul.